What's up guys, it's Darius Mirka, and today I'm here with my first place Odense regional list that I got first place with, and I played Lurrus Trivigate. It's the deck that I felt most comfortable with. Also because I choose it because when I saw the release date of Synchrostorm and Burst of Destiny, I had like 3 decks to choose from at them because they were so close to be released at each other. So I had like PK, Sword Soul, and Lurrus Trivigate to choose from, and I decided to go with Trivigate because Lurrus Trivigate specifically because it's a deck that I played before, and yeah, I really think it was actually the best decision because this deck actually has gotten a lot like big tournaments results on its belt right now after this past weekend. It was like Sunday I played, but I didn't like record at all because I didn't think about it. My brain was just out of nowhere. Like I just thought of getting something to eat and drink because that was all I was thinking about. And I've been sick like for the past couple days now, and yeah, but I finally got time to actually recover, feel better, and now I can finally record my regional winning list. It was an in-person event, by the way, just so you guys actually know that. So yeah, that's all I can say. It's already on Team Powerlime's YouTube channel. If you hadn't already checked them out, please be sure to check them out. Link in the description for you guys to check out. And nothing else to say, but I think we should just go into the list. So to start things off, we played, of course, for the main deck, for the Lurrus, sorry, 3 Wurpler, 3 Cobalt Spiral, probably standard at this rate. Like, these, you should 100% play 3 of each. Like, I feel like these 2 are mandatory 3 of in any Lurrus Trivigate, honestly. Like, you just need a combination of these 2, and you already, like, have combo off no matter what combination you have, so it's really insane. But now I'm showing you something that not usually everyone played, but I honestly like it. I played 3 Sapphire Swallow. I can just show the rest in the meantime. So I also played 2 Wagtail and 2 Benio Canary, I think it's called. I don't know. I can't pronounce the name, honestly. But I discovered when I was testing the deck and playing it again, I discovered that all you need is a combination of these 8 and with one of these 5. So you can actually come off no matter what hand you have. So you can actually end on any type of reasonable good board, actually, no matter what combination you have. So that's why I really like playing a lot of these birds, maxing out of them, and actually play 3 of this, because this is like all of these cards are like either a starter or an extender, actually. So they it's like an Emancipate in a way, actually, sometimes when you think about it, because all their monsters are a starter or extender. So it's like that. But personally, it was a mistake to play 2 of this. I should have played 3. It was so broken, honestly. Like, the extent play that it has, it was so broken. But I also was updating my list a little bit, so this is pretty much outdated at the moment. So, but I'll probably come with an update of my list because I have like locals both tomorrow and Saturday. So probably some results from there. But at the time when I was testing the deck, I actually went X1 to like 3 locals in a row with the deck. So, and I didn't change too much with it, except that I changed. There was one time when I cut Crossout Designator from it entirely and just played Board Breakers instead. So it's like the only difference where I was. So that's all for the Lurrus I have to say about. And also Freebird Call later on, of course. We played 3 Nurgle. Like, no, it's like self-explanatory in the deck, of course. Like, no explanation. 3 Fractal. It's like another copy of the ones that gets when searches your stuff out of special summon, and 1 cares. And that's all for the Trivigate. I didn't play Kit because I didn't thought about playing with the Oath Trap, the trap card that can negate spell traps. I didn't think about playing it because I didn't expect people to main deck Dark Rule no more, or Evil Match, or Droplets, all those kinds of cards when we were going second, because I'm pretty sure I was the only one that main deck Dark Rule, actually. Maybe a couple other, I don't know. But yeah, so I didn't play Kid at all. I didn't think about it. Also because I didn't think people were respecting the deck a lot, so people didn't really play it too much. didn't really like expect it too much or like respected it too much. Honestly, there's a lot of ways, but also because this is also after people begin to play with the small world engine in the deck. Actually, just play more consistently. But I'm playing Kit now after I saw how popular the deck actually begun to be. So I think in general you should play Kit right now. Like there's no explanation on it. So definitely Kit in the deck in my other list will come. It will come soon, I guess. And one Avian, like I don't like the bear statue as well, so I didn't really like bear statue in the main deck because it's like a blind target. It's like a blind first you taking and hope you don't hit a mirror match or something else that you don't and win focus deck. That's all you can hope for in game one. So that's why I feel like. But Avian, no matter what you're up against, you always have something to negate and stop your opponent with, of course. So, but I side deck bear statue, but I cut it entirely after this because it's not doing anything. Especially because this deck is beginning to be more popular now. So, bear statue is not good at all. But also another thing that I played a little bit differently with other people about was 3 Diddy Crow. I do play 41 card in the main deck, first of all. Just want to mention that. That's why we have space for so many of the cards. Diddy Crow was okay. It was mainly because of the Scythe combo that PK actually plays. And if you guys don't know, PK using the Scythe combo, which says they're using the new the Link 2 artifact to set Scythe, and then they pop it during your standby phase. And it can also play around Droplet and Dark-Ruined Wall and Chalice, Forbidden Chalice at the same time, and Imperm. So there's a lot of ways they can also play around of like a lot of disruption on it. So really consistently, but the only thing that it doesn't stop is can't play around is Diddy Crow. So I was really afraid of that because I've seen a lot of people playing PK right now, especially with that combo, but except for maybe one guy that I know, and I was lucky enough to hit him instead of like the other that played the artifact Scythe combo. So Diddy Crow didn't do too much for me. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't see it too much anyway, and most of the time I just searched it just because I had all the pieces anyway, so it didn't matter. 3 Bird Call, self-explanatory. It's probably one of the most broken rollers I have ever read, honestly. It's so broken of a card. And also 1 Tanky, of course, just to run out the consistency of it. Not sure how much I like Tanky right now. Sometimes I feel like I'm cutting it. I actually side it out a lot, honestly, so not sure what I can talk about Tanky right now, but that's just me. Well, for one, every time I had this, it just won me the game straight up. Like, that's how broken this card was. It's possibly the best extender in the deck. Foolish is another Fractal, of course. Call by the Grave, because it's a combo deck, you have to play it. And Harvest for the stuff. I was trying to respect Mystic Mine in game 1, honestly, so that's why I'm playing with Harvest for Dust on the main deck. Didn't come out too much, but it was okay, I guess. And then I've also main deck 3 Dark-Ruined Wall. I already mentioned that I played a lot of Board Breakers in the main deck. And this is probably like the only one that's probably it. But every time, but I saw it all day, honestly. That's how broken. And this guy was just nuts. Like, there were so many times. It was just bonkers so many times and just won me so many games, that's for sure. Imperial Order because it's Imperial, and again Mystic Mine, and also because yeah, it's Imperial Order, like, and it also won me the finals anyway against Mystic Mine Burn, because no one actually, I don't know why people are. I think a lot of people was actually playing really bad against Mystic Mine. It pretty much sounds like it because you were the only one who was 5-0 at the time, so I don't know why I think people didn't want to play against Mystic Mine maybe, so they just let him give him the win, I guess. So I don't know, but I still play against Mystic Mine no matter what happens anyway. So, and the Broken Track card in the deck, this card won me so many games. Every time this card was it just straight up won me the game because no one could play through this card. So it's basically because when you do full combo, you just flip a Calamities in a trap card, and there's so little outs to it, so it's just broken. And 2 Trap Trick also, just to tutor the trap out, of course. Like, that's how broken I feel like this card is. So that's for the main deck. Now for extra deck, I think my extra deck is actually perfect at this rate sometimes. So play 3 Starling, no explanation. I don't think 3 is enough. I like 2 instead of 3, honestly. because I want space for something else. And one Robin, this card's broken. Nightingale's broken. In testing, Nightingale did a lot of work, but in the regional, it didn't do anything. Like, I never really made it, so it was just funny. Zeus didn't make it too much as I intended to be or do, but it was okay. It's still there for the option, and Utopic package, of course. Like, this engine is just broken in general. Links, we play Fergie, Shrek. I should have played a second Shrek, honestly. Like, there was actually a couple times where I could use the second Shrek sometimes, especially when we were grinding. Fergie was just broken. I think I made Fergie like almost every single game. That's how broken Fergie was. I really like Fergie a lot. It was so broken. Linkuriboh, I don't play Amourage. I didn't play Kit again, as mentioned earlier, but I got back to Amourage. When you play Kit, you have to play Amourage, of course. So I changed Link, but I played Linkuriboh before because it really synergizes a lot with the birds, so I really like it for that reason. Conductor, because you can activate when you have the trap in your hand and you have this on the field, you can activate the trap from your hand, so you like Calamities lock your opponent during your turn by activating a trap from your hand that's just broken. Double Dragon Lord, because you have to. The boss monster, Samorg, which just wins your games out of nowhere. Doom Eagle, this was, I think I made it just once, and this is probably the card that I caught immediately. Like, this is probably the only card that I can actually choose to cut. Because the rest I feel like it's just fine, and just, I feel like the extra deck is perfect, as mentioned before. But I caught it for a second Shrek in my updated list, so but I still played it just because I didn't thought of second Shrek. And the last card is Apollousa, of course. I made Apollousa a lot actually lately, so when I play at locals, I never really made it, but in the regional I actually made a lot, which is hilarious. And now for side deck, the card that I shouldn't have played at all, it was Parastatue. I never summoned it at all. It never came up anyway, and it never helped me in any matchup. So you shouldn't play this card. This card is horrible. And one of my friends suggested me to play this, and that was Gamma Package. The theory was really good because I can actually skip a lot of people's deck's turns. Actually, the problem was I never saw it. I only saw Driver. I never saw Gamma, I only saw Driver every single time. That was so funny. And the funny thing is, there was one time, or it actually happened twice in the same match, that against PK, I drew Driver, both game 2 and 3, and we had a really weird scenario where I had to tribute summon for Driver to actually do some plays with Baron Canary. And the fun thing is, Driver actually won me both game 2 and 3 against him. That was so wild of a match, honestly. It was so wild of those two games. 2 Twin could also play Cyclone or Lightning Storm, but I like Twin a lot more because I also like the discard follow that it can do for the Lurrusc if you don't want to spend your normal summon on your Lurrusc to do some plays there, but I still think Twin Twister's better overall, especially in this deck. And 3 Email Match, this card was just nuts. It was just like a blowout card. Like, a lot of my cards was actually blowouts, especially the Tribe card, especially Harvest Firestorm. That was like nuts. That card was just nuts. And Email Match was also a blowout against so many matchups, that's for sure. Spell Hate, Anti-Spell, I main deck Order, but I really hate. But the deck really struggles against Dark Ruler and Droplet, and also you have space for stuff like this, so that's actually insane. But you actually have a combo deck that can actually play Floodgates, which I found really funny on sometimes. And the last 3 cards is 3 Solemn Judgment, just to run out the side deck. Also, my friend suggested this again, just like Gamma. Problem is, I never saw this, so I can't tell if it was good or not, but I really like the theory behind the card actually, so I have nothing to say about it. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's deck profile. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also check out my pals at Team Paralyme. And yeah, that's all I can say, and yeah, that's all I really can say. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.